Hey everybody. On October 10th, 2018, Hurricane Michael hit the Panhandle of Florida and just devastated it. Arguably the worst hit area was Mexico Beach. 16 months after the hurricane, people are still struggling and businesses are still struggling to recover from the immense damage done by this massive hurricane. Join Angie, Jazz, and I as we drive down Highway 98 and view some of the ongoing efforts to recover. Thanks for watching, and please remember that there's still a tremendous effort underway down here in the Panhandle to try to recover from this tremendous storm. So we're driving along Highway 98, and we've just come into Mexico Beach, and it has been almost 16 months since the hurricane came through here. We actually we came in from the west and drove all the way to the east side of town. Now we've turned around and we're driving west. And what we've seen is quite a number of for sale signs. There's actually quite a number of construction workers up in front of us in various buildings. A hive of activity in some of those buildings. Going over towards the beach. But obviously manpower is an issue. And I'm not sure, some of these people's insurance where it stood. But so there's sections in the town that look like they've completed projects and they're up and running, and there's obviously projects that are currently in the works. Look at this house. You see a lot of new metal roofs on buildings. Of course, you still see a lot of buildings that have the infamous blue tarps on them too. Several of the gas stations, the buildings are gone, so they've obviously come in and demoed the buildings and left that, and that's for sale. Obviously they've tore everything out. It's just like this. Obviously new roof. They're working on that motel. They're still gutting it. Just crazy. Beach, see that
half of it's just gone.
But what a beautiful beach. And
empty pylons.
we did notice quite a number of RVs down here. I think there's one out there. An open range up on a hill up here shortly, not right here. Noticed it when we were coming through. So I-98 or I-90, Highway 98 of course runs right along the beach. This highway comes through Tyndall, and we'll get a little bit of that later, but when we came through we were really surprised at how much damage is still evident on the Air Force Base. A lot of the housing is obviously vacant. If you had time and some skills and ability, certainly you could come down here and buy up some of these homes, get them back in order, probably flip them, make some money. That one's all boarded up. Seen right here, boarded up. Some of the decks destroyed. Beautiful homes here. Just right looking over the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful.
No home.
No home. Or I probably missed that. So here's a sign of Mexican Beach. Roof's gone. See, lots of people still working on some buildings.
Lots of tarps.
Here we go again.
Obviously new windows.
Said lots of for sale signs. That one has a partial metal roof and tarps up there. Maybe it had a metal roof and part of it blew away. But of course, and look at that view of the Gulf. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Some homes over there with blue tarps.
No roof.
No roof, yeah, no. So it looks like this building's probably got a lot of it where people, I'm not sure if people are in it or not, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Apartment complex. And right behind it, you got that derelict building.
That's where all the workers are.
Yeah, so we're
Construction. All the empty pylons.
have to assume that those homes were just totally destroyed. They've already been able to demo them. And construction company there working on that one.
They decided.
Church there, having church outside under a tarp.
Governor Hotel, huh?
Yeah, like over here, obviously not being occupied. They're working on it in there.
Looks down to the studs.
Getting a new roof over there.
Lots of empty pylons.
They're missing some siding and some roof. Doing a lot of work on this big, don't know if it's a hotel, a condo. Got a number of RVs in there, construction workers, and then working on that big house right there. Obviously somebody's living in that one side of it, but they're still gutting portions of it. And this was not uncommon what we were seeing over by where Paul lives. That house with the blue tarp, we'll get a better picture of it in a minute. Right there, Angie pulled over, had quite a bit of traffic on it. Although we were doing the speed limit.
Apparently not going fast.
Apparently. This is what we were seeing shortly after we entered, coming in from the north. A lot of buildings like this over near where Paul lives. You know, they tarped it off, but obviously the home's vacant still, broken windows. What Paul was saying was, even though they got in and tarped the roofs off because the roofs got blown off, there was so much water damage inside of the homes that very quickly mold took over, and now the homes literally need to be gutted because they're not going to be livable. Either totally demoed or totally gutted and started over. And obviously some of these little townhouses here are in different states of repair. Some of them haven't even been worked on yet. Some of them look finished. Over here the other side, but this is the seaside, of course. A lot of construction going on. Over here. That building's obviously gone, where that gas station was. And, you know, and again, another big complex here that they're still working on. Got a roof, got new windows. Looks like they're maybe doing siding at this point. And then right next door to it, you have this.
See, that one is missing most of its roof.
Well, that was Mexico City for you. Mexico Beach City. That building obviously lost its roof, and now they're trying to gut it out. Damaged church. Baptist church. Sections of this grocery store over here. Still missing parts of the wall. And then that's still all fenced off. Right next door to it, and then right here, it's just... And again, we're 16 months out from the devastation that occurred here. Which is just amazing. I guess there's a reason why they call this the Forgotten Coast.